After hosting the Open Championship earlier this year, Royal Birkdale played host to another special competition in the golfing calendar when the Simpson Cup came to Southport. Now, in its sixth year, the annual team tournament is contested between injured and veteran servicemen from the United States and Great Britain, supported by the On Course Foundation, a charity set up to assist injured servicemen and women through the game of golf.
Golf is the only game that you can play on a level playing field with able-bodied people. And that's where the confidence and self-esteem comes back. And then with the charity, the On Course Foundation, we then obviously, apart from teaching them golf on a long-term basis, we then get them part-time and full-time employment. A lot of them, when these horrific injuries have happened to them, never thought they would be competitive in any sport again. And when you think nearly 80% of all our members have never played golf before their injuries, it's now changed their life. And it gets them out of the house after they've been through all their operations, their rehab. And the camaraderie plays a huge part, as you've seen, in this. They get back together again. And the one thing they all thrive on, although they have a lot of fun and respect, and the friendships out there are tremendous, but it brings back the competitive element back into their life in a sporting way.
Competition is a huge loss to anybody, and certainly ex-servicemen and women. You know, it's part of their bread and butter to compete and be competitive. Yeah, it's great. It's great. It's being part of the On Course Foundation and playing in the Simpson Cup has put the fire back in my belly. It really has.
It's helped me tremendously. It got me at the lowest point in my life. It gave me something to look forward to, practice for. It invited me with fellow soldiers, and I'm employed with TaylorMade because of the teachings from John and the organization. And I wouldn't be there if it weren't for the fact that I can have the recovery and the healing that I have with these guys.
Adopting a Ryder Cup-like format, the Simpson Cup plays 6 foursomes and 12 singles matches across 2 days. After last year's victory at Oak Hill Country Club in New York, the Americans were looking to retain the trophy and get their first victory on British soil. And they took control from the very start. Match 1 saw Great Britain's captain Paul Skivington paired with Rob Hansen, taking on the American team of Chad Pfeifer and Chris Bowers. But despite some near misses from Team GB, the Americans had much more success on the greens and comfortably ran out 8 and 7 winners, with Bowers holding the winning putt on 11 to secure the first point. And that set the tone for the rest of the afternoon as a sea of red covered the board. In match 5, Dave Hughes holed a superb putt for Great Britain on the 10th to give them an early advantage, but they were unable to sustain it and were defeated 3-2. So, with the first day clean sweep on the cards, match 6 came down the 18th all tied. A fine bunker recovery there by Tony Lowndes put the Brits in a good position to win the hole, but they were stunned by that superb birdie putt by Jake Nelson, which gave the USA the lead. And when Lowndes couldn't convert his own birdie chance, it concluded a perfect start for the Americans. They claimed all 6 first-day points and looked well and truly set to complete their bid to retain the trophy.
It's unbelievable. The guys have delivered something that I never thought that, well, I knew it was possible if we just believed in ourselves and went out there and accomplished our mission. It's not over. Until we reach the 9.5 points, until the cup is ours again, they're going to go out there and we're going to try and dominate and take the cup home.
And so to the second day and the singles matches. After that 6-0 lead they earned on the opening day, Team USA needed just 3.5 points to retain the trophy. 2 of the On Course Foundation's biggest success stories have been Mike Brown and Chad Pfeifer, who've both turned professional since they took the game up post-injury. They faced each other in match 1, and after a front 9 that swung both ways, with a 5-4 victory, Pfeifer came out on top. One of Great Britain's leading lights in the singles was double amputee Ian Bishop, who won the home team's first point of the tournament with a convincing 7-5 victory over Cody Boyer. But it wasn't quite enough to inspire an unlikely comeback. And when the Texan Andrew Bachelder won his match on the 18th, he claimed the crucial fourth point of the day, and the outcome was decided. That 6-0 first day whitewash had given the US a commanding lead they'd never looked like losing. It finished 13 points to 5, a comprehensive American win, to retain the trophy and claim their first victory on British soil in Simpson Cup history. The teams will go into next September's event in New York, level at 3 victories apiece, and with friendships set to last a lifetime.
Every one of us, even though some of us live very, very far away, it's like we see each other yesterday when we meet. Even with the guys here in GB, whenever we see each other, it's like we never left. Paul and I talked several times during this whole year, and it's been absolutely instrumental in making sure this competition was fair, but also making sure it was the best it could be.